Schools are expected to solve all of America's social, economic, and political problems. Yet with this freedom, schools are expected to operate a well-disciplined, structured environment that is conducive to learning.
In recent years, school districts have been permitted to institute dress codes. According to the new foundations by President Clinton in his 1996 State of the Union address, endorse school uniforms in public schools. There are school districts that have established written dress codes. Other school districts have established dress code policies, which include the wearing of school uniforms.
Opponents of school uniforms argue that the wearing of school uniforms is cosmetic at best and will not change the way a child learns. And here today with us from Cabrini High School is Miss Susie May.
Hi, I'm Susie. I'm a freshman here at school, and I love cheerleading.
How do you think school uniforms affect your school at Cabrini?
I feel like the school uniforms don't allow me to show my creativity, and they violate my First Amendment rights. My favorite color is pink, and I love to wear pink every day. And my favorite shoes are not this ugly blue color, and they hurt my feet, and I love wearing jewelry, and I can't wear jewelry.
Okay, well, do you feel that it breaks stereotypes and allows everyone to be, equally felt in the classroom?
No, you can still tell who's nerdy and who's cool.
Alright, well, the answer to school uniform debate is not a simple yes or no answer. There is no clear consensus as to the benefits of school uniforms.
Next, we're going to talk to a principal from Cabrini High School, a Catholic school located in Allen Park, Michigan. Here with us today is Mr. Dave Poupard.
Sherry, Donna, thanks for having me.
So, Mr. Poupard, how do you think school uniforms affect your school?
I don't know, I really find that a lot of children feel a lot less social pressures when they can wear the same things that everybody else is wearing in school, and I think it just really evens the playing field. It doesn't make kids look at other kids and think, wow, they're cooler than me. You know, all the different social pressures, a lot of those things which are intricate to growing up and being a teen, it takes that entire thing away, and it really, I think, makes it easier on kids.
So you think uniforms act in a positive way in your school?
Oh yes, absolutely. I think it changes the entire, just the entire way that the climate works. There's been many studies that have been done that have found this, and we've talked it over, and we find that it's probably the best way to go for our school. And I mean, you have to also realize here that we're not just talking about students. We're not just teaching them things. We're just not teaching them getting them ready for college. We're getting them ready for life. And they have to know that when you go into the job atmosphere, that you need to be assertive and dress productively and look like you're there, and ready to be productive. And, I think it's just good for the entire climate all around.
Well, thank you very much for your time. That about wraps it up with Mr. Poupard.
Thank you.
Next, we're going to ask for another teacher's opinion.
Here with us today is Mr. Tracy Hoffman, who is a music teacher at Allen Park Middle School.
Hi guys. I might add Terry, Donna. You guys look fabulous today.
Thank you. Do you think that uniforms have a direct effect on your students' classroom behavior?
Well, I taught at a private school for 3 years before switching to middle school, and the one thing I've noticed between private and public schools is that uniforms really don't make a difference. People still find their ways to express themselves within the uniforms, and all it does is just adds a whole another mess for the students, as more reasons for them to get in trouble and more reasons for them to lash out. I feel like being allowed to dress freely gives them, it doesn't cause as much bad behavior as dress code does, because this way they're allowed to be themselves and they're not trying to act out against the institution.
Several students have reported that it takes away from their self-expression. Do you agree with this?
Yes, I do. I completely agree with this, because the uniform limits what they're allowed to wear. They're only allowed to wear certain types of pants, certain types of shirts, certain types of shoes even. And when you're getting up in the morning and say you're running late for school and now you have to go through and run through and try and find the right clothes that you can wear, that's a little problem for them, because I remember when I was in high school, I could just wake up in the morning, throw on a pair of sweats and just walk out the door and I was completely fine. And about self-expression, you can only wear solid colored shirts and stuff like that. I don't know. What if some kid wants to walk into school one day wearing a rainbow shirt? He can't really do that, because the uniform limits him, and it might even cause regression in him as the way he feels about himself and lead to future problems down the road for the student.
Okay, well, thank you, Mr. Tracy Hoffman, for being here with us today.
Your pleasure.
The controversy over school uniforms may be argued on both sides of the debate. Some children and parents feel that school uniforms stifle a child's creativity.
The other side of the dispute supports that creativity is expressed in many ways. and has little to do with what you are wearing.
That's it for today, folks. Tune in tomorrow for when we look into the devastating world of candle addiction.
See ya!